Ducks Unlimited did a Marsh Madness to determine which duck is the ultimate fan favorite. Let's see how it went. We got 16 ducks in the bracket, or I should say water birds since coot made the list. First pair is the mallard and the ring-necked duck. I picked mallard, as did 90% of the other voters. Sorry, ring-necked duck, you only got 9.5. Next, blue-winged teal versus canvasback. This is the closest vote we get, and canvasback wins with 56.8%. Next, the American widgeon versus American black duck, and as I would guess, American widgeon wins. Northern shoveler versus hooded merganser. I chose that shoveler, and I was surprised others did as well. Opposite side, we got the wood duck versus common goldeneye. Wood duck easily wins, 89.6%. Then green-winged teal versus redhead. Green-winged teals feel so common to me, so I guess it makes sense that they won. Next, northern pintail versus bufflehead. I know a lot of people love buffleheads, but I'm sorry, pintails are hard to beat, 81.9%. And then lastly, which feels kind of like a sad category, I'm sorry, the gadwall versus the coot. I do love a coot, but of course gadwall wins, 82.7%. So that concludes the first round. Say goodbye to these 8 ducks, they did not make it. These are the great 8, and I do feel like it makes sense. Mallard versus canvasback is quite the duel, but mallard still wins with 74.4%. Then we got the widgeon versus the shoveler. I'm rooting for that shoveler, but the American widgeon takes the cake. Next side, the wood duck versus green-winged teal. Wood duck slays again, 80.4%. Lastly, northern pintail versus gadwall. Sorry, gadwall, you're tied with that ringed neck duck, only 9.5%. So that knocks out 4 more ducks, and we're down to the final foul. We got the mallard versus American widgeon. It is hard to beat the OG mallard. The widgeon ends up being its biggest competition so far, but 64.5% still choose mallard. And then wood duck versus northern pintail. Classics, beloved. This is a really hard pair for me. I would lead pintail, but 62.2% choose wood duck. And that brings us to our championship pair, the mallard versus the wood duck. Not gonna lie, I was like cocky about what I thought was obviously the winner, and I was straight up wrong. With a whopping 73.2%, the OG mallard is crushed, and the iridescent rainbow wood duck becomes the 2025 Marsh Madness fan favorite. Congratulations to every wood duck everywhere. I hope they feel this glory. Did you guys agree? Thank you, Ducks Unlimited, for this cheeky fun.